A lot of people believe that when it comes to herbs, stronger is better. Stronger tea, stronger effects, stronger reactions. And if something feels gentle, subtle, or quiet, it's often assumed to be ineffective. But that assumption can quietly work against the body, especially as we get older. Today, we're going to slow this down and talk about the difference between gentle herbs and strong herbs, why gentleness is often misunderstood, and why stronger support isn't always the right support. Because the body doesn't measure effectiveness by intensity, it measures it by how well something fits. We live in a culture that rewards fast results. If something causes a noticeable sensation, warmth, stimulation, movement, it feels like proof that it's doing something. So strong herbs get labeled as effective, while gentle herbs get overlooked. But sensation is not the same as support. A strong reaction doesn't always mean the body needed that level of intervention. Sometimes it just means the body was forced to respond. That difference becomes more important with time. Strong herbs tend to stimulate. They ask the body to increase activity, generate heat, move energy, adapt quickly. This can be incredibly helpful in certain situations, especially when the body feels cold, stuck, or sluggish. But stimulation also requires effort from the nervous system. If the nervous system is already tired, overwhelmed, or overstimulated, strong herbs can add pressure instead of relief. That's when people start saying things like, "This feels like too much. It worked at first, but now it doesn't. I feel wired instead of supported." The herb didn't fail, the body's capacity changed. Gentle herbs work in a fundamentally different way. They don't demand action. They offer support. Chamomile is a perfect example of this. It doesn't force digestion. It doesn't force sleep. It doesn't force relaxation. It creates an environment where the body can choose to settle. Gentle herbs work with the body's timing instead of against it. And because the effect is subtle, people often underestimate how meaningful it is. But subtle support is often the most sustainable kind. As we move past 40, many people notice a shift. The body doesn't recover from extremes as easily. Strong stimulation feels draining. Strong suppression feels uncomfortable. The nervous system asks for balance instead of intensity. Gentle herbs respect that request. They allow the body to recalibrate without shock. This isn't about becoming fragile, it's about becoming precise. The body knows what it needs. It just asks for it more clearly now. In many Black households, care wasn't about overwhelming the body into submission. It was about consistency. Gentle remedies were used regularly, not as emergencies, but as daily maintenance. Tea wasn't meant to shock the system. It was meant to support it quietly over time. That approach reflects a deep understanding of the body, one that values sustainability over intensity. Instead of asking, which herb is stronger? A more useful question is, what does my body need right now? Do you need movement or rest? Warmth or calm? Stimulation or reassurance? The right choice isn't about labels. It's about listening. Gentle herbs aren't weak. They're intentional. And when the body changes, intention matters more than force. In the next video, we'll talk about common chamomile myths and why so many people are confused about what it actually does.